So a constructor function is the first function in a class that executes once you call that class, or once you instantiate that class. So once we instantiate this class, maybe there's a function, we want this function to run some code immediately every time this class is called. Let's say that we were building, we're trying to create a student class, and we want every time that this class is called, we want to go to the database, fetch the student details, and keep it ready for the next thing we want to do with the student class. That's what it means. In PHP, you must name it. In all programming languages, that function must have a certain name that has to do with constructor. In PHP, you're going to call it constructor, construct function. You have to put underscore twice, the first underscore, the second one, construct. That's it. So that's the constructor function. Constructor function. It means that anytime this class is instantiated, the code we're going to write in here will execute. Let's say we always need it to have a default name of book. We can just say this, we're trying to set the value of this, default values for this too, alright? So that's just what is coming to my mind to do now. We can do this title equal to, there is no title yet, right? Then we'll do that for the price. We'll do, the price should be like 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Something like that. The price. Alright, so we're good. So let's say that we're back here. I want to delete these guys. I want to delete these guys. We're no longer setting the title. Comment it out. Oops. So let's say we just call this physics book. Maybe I don't really need this. We just instantiated this physics books, and guess what? We want to start calling them to get the title. All right. So once we instantiate this, the code here runs. So let's go and see it. So we've instantiated this. Remember, we didn't set any title or price. Let's see what happens. So we'll go to this and refresh, and guess what? It's already telling us there is no title yet, and there is no title yet. You get what I'm saying? So a constructor, what it does is it executes once a function runs. All right. So that's it basically. Let's say we're going to pass in the variable by itself. Let's just say we're going to pass in var1. var1. I'm just trying to create random variables. Or let's say title. Yeah, why not title? Price. So I want to change the name of this variable so that it doesn't confuse you. New price, new title. So when we call this function, we want to pass in new values, and it will create it by itself. So the new price will be this, and the new title. We could. So that means we can no longer call this. It's going to throw an error. Let's go and check it out. Refresh. There's an error. The reason there's an error is that this class is expecting us to pass these two new variables straight up. So we have to do it. Class, we'll do this, we'll go this way, then we pass the first variable is what deals with the title, and second deals with the price. So we do the title is PN whatever, and the price is 32. All right, so let's go and print this. I want to delete this. We've passed in the title, we've passed in the price. We'll come here and refresh, and we're good. It works. PN whatever. You get what I'm saying? So when you have a constructor in PHP or any programming language, what it does simply is run the first code that will ever run once every time the class is being instantiated, and if there are non-optional variables or parameters in the function, then you must pass it. Remember the first time there were no parameters here, it didn't throw any error, we just did new books and we got it. So secondly, we added it and it worked. So let me just show you in other programming languages like this. This is Ionic, and this is TypeScript. Basically, what you see in Angular, Ionic runs on Angular. So in TypeScript, the constructor is called a constructor, unlike in PHP where you have to do __ construct. All right. Then it has some parameters here, and then has the body where you write your code. So for instance, if you were looking for, let me look for login and see whether login has something. Exactly, it's empty, but it has a lot of parameters. So if you are looking for some code that will run once a page is open, this is where you will see them. All right, so it makes sense that way. All right, see you in the next video.